Hi, I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from yourblackworld.com. Today I am going to give a speech to local community leaders here in Syracuse. We've been working really hard here locally to get a grocery store in a black neighborhood, and you'd be amazed at how difficult it can be to get a grocery store in a black neighborhood. But we were able to pull it off, and I'm really excited about that. And some people locally, Walt Dixie and Carolyn Evans Dean, were instrumental in making that happen, so that was pretty exciting for me. Now, one of the things that got my attention this morning was a report that I saw on the Reading News Review, where there was a conversation about this support for gay marriage that's come from the NAACP. In case you're not aware, the NAACP president, Ben Jealous, along with a couple of the civil rights leaders, namely Al Sharpton and a couple others, came out and supported President Obama's proclamation that he is in support of gay marriage. Now, this was interesting to me because I really didn't understand why black civil rights leaders were really so adamant about gay marriage in light of the fact that the National Action Network and the NAACP consists of a lot of members who are deep within the Christian faith who have mixed feelings about gay marriage. Now, personally, I don't have an issue with gay marriage myself, but I just thought that was so odd, because one thing that's really interesting is that when you see black civil rights leaders sort of going out and marching on behalf of the gay lesbian community, I don't really see the gay lesbian community coming out and marching on behalf of black people. I don't see GLAAD coming out and making announcements saying, it's time to declare an end to mass incarceration, which has affected so many African Americans. And so when I hear people say, well, the NAACP supports equal rights for everybody, they should support equal rights for the gay community, well, we're also part of that body called Everybody, in which other groups should also support our causes too. And this is my point of concern, because one of the things that Reading pointed out in his news report is that NAACP members were not really consulted on this decision to support Obama's announcement. NAACP chapters, from what I understand, were not consulted on the national office's decision to support Obama's proclamation. So my question is, why are you ignoring your membership and ignoring your chapters when you're stepping out and making these announcements on behalf of the entire organization? Well, I have a theory on that. My theory is, unfortunately, that we've gotten to a point, and this really bothers me. This is why I admire Colin Powell for maintaining his balanced perspective on the whole Democrat-Republican issue, because the civil rights leaders have let that go. We've got to a point where our civil rights leaders work for the Obama administration. If they come out and say, we want gay marriage, we need you on board to get black people to get on board with what we're doing, then they run out and they say, yes sir, no problem, we're going to go do it. And they go out and they get black people to rally behind causes that really aren't that important to the majority of the African American community. I would understand that if the NAACP was out adamantly speaking on issues that affect black people, and there are a lot of black people in the gay community, no doubt, but gay marriage is not one of the central themes to the black experience in America in terms of what's going on with racial inequality, mass incarceration, economic inequality, educational inequality, etc. So I think that what's sad here is that our civil rights leadership, unfortunately, has been kind of co-opted by politicians. And again, this is not to say that what the Obama administration is trying to do is wrong, but it's to say that, everybody who criticizes the NAACP for not jumping out and speaking out on gay marriage, because remember, they could have remained silent. They could have said, we respect every American's right to make decisions based on their own individual value system. You can do that. That's also a statement in support of equal rights. You're saying, look, you don't have to believe what we believe, and I think that's okay. But instead, they took this really bold position on an issue that many of their members don't support, and I think that's a problem. So I think that what we have to do is get past this point where our civil rights leaders are working for the president and actually get them to where they're working for us. And that's my 2 cents. Because at the end of the day, you are your own greatest black leader, and you don't have to listen to what any of these people are telling you to do on TV. Learn to think for yourself. So until we meet again, please stay strong, be blessed, and be educated. I am gone. Peace.